Hi everybody, it's Miss Jo coming at you from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Today we're going to talk about self-control. So what is self-control? Self-control is the ability to make choices for yourself that will benefit you. So when we think of self-control, for example, if somebody makes you mad, and then you might say, oh, they made me do something. They made me push them. They made me hit them. But that's not true because we all have a choice. So here's what happens. The other day, I made a video where we talked about cognitive behavioral therapy, and we connected thoughts, feelings, and actions. So I'm going to use an example this time to kind of help you have more power over the actions piece, because that's the part often where when something doesn't go our way, that we find ourselves in a place where we get in trouble and we feel like it's unfair because we feel somebody else did something and made us do it. But that's not usually true. Okay, so let's say somebody called you a name and you didn't like it. They called you a name, and maybe it was a name you had been called before, so it reminded you of a time when you'd been called that name before and you were really hurt, so it made it extra hurtful. And then you said, but they made me mad. Okay, so you had a feeling. So they didn't make you have that feeling. They didn't say have that feeling. They did something that caused that feeling, right? That caused you to have that feeling. And then you have a thought that comes after that feeling. And sometimes that thought is an automatic thought. An automatic thought is one that happens like that. You don't think a lot about it. You don't you have a lot of time to come up with it. It just pops in your head. So often that thought is, I'm going to get them back. Now, at the next point, this is where the action comes in, and here you can choose what that action is. So just because you had that feeling, you felt mad, maybe they made you mad. That's okay. That's valid. Your feelings are yours. You deserve to have your feelings. You own your feelings. They belong to you. Every feeling is valid, and nobody can tell you, no, you don't feel that way, because only you know that. That's on your inside. So maybe you are mad, and when you get mad, the thought you have is, I want to get that person back. That's the place where you get to make a choice. So you can interrupt the cycle, and you can say, wait, the action I'm going to do to follow up on that thought, is that something that's going to have a good benefit for me or have a negative result for me? So for example, let's say you push them. Now suddenly they used words that were not okay, and that wasn't okay for them to do that. Now, if you're going to use an action like pushing someone, then you're the one that's going to get in trouble, most likely. We're going to get in more trouble because we don't put our hands on other people. It's never okay to use violence against other people unless it's in self-defense. You have to, like someone's actually attacking you and you have to get away. So the action here, so you can choose different actions. And this is the place where if we think about them beforehand and we come up with ideas beforehand, then we're ready when we're in a situation when something like this actually happens. We can think back to, oh yeah, I planned for this, I prepared for this. Kind of like when you're studying to write a test. So you can actually study and plan and make choices when it comes to things that are about your behavior too. So here you can choose, I'm going to get them back. Well, when that person called you a name, what do you think they were trying to do? What were they trying to accomplish by calling you a name? They were probably trying to make you mad. They may have accomplished that. But maybe they wanted you to get in trouble. And so if you do the thing like push them, hit them, yell at them, then you are giving them what they wanted to get you in trouble. And that's not how we want to allow other people to control us, because we want to have self-control. We want to make choices for ourselves that are going to benefit ourselves. So you can say, you know what will really bother this person is if I ignore them. If they called me that, I get to have my feeling, I get to have my thought, but it doesn't have to come out to the outside world. So instead, you can still get them back if that's what you want. Get them back. Get them back by walking away, by ignoring them. Because if they don't get the reaction that they were looking for, they're probably not going to keep bothering you. And they might keep trying for a while. But if you always respond with, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to ignore them, I'm going to tell a safe adult because I want them to stop, and then let the safe adult handle it for you. Okay, so that is my lesson today on self-control, and I hope all of you can see this and benefit from it, and think about this a little bit beforehand so that when you find yourself in a situation like this, that you'll be able to exercise your self-control and be able to keep yourself from becoming the person who gets in trouble or who makes a bad choice. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. Bye.